Hi everyone, today's video is going to be a quick tutorial for how to make the slip stitch. So here I have a few rows of single crochet, and to start my rows of slip stitch I will chain one and turn my piece. And if you need to start slip stitching from having just made your chains, then you will simply put your first slip stitch in the second chain from hook. So to actually start making our slip stitches, I will put my hook underneath my first stitch, and you can see I've picked up both legs and both little sort of the V, the entire V of your stitch. Yarn over and pull through. And now you will not yarn over again, but instead with this loop that you've just pulled through the stitch, you'll go through the first loop on your hook, and that's your first slip stitch. So let's try this again. Take your hook, go under your stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then with that same loop, go through the first loop on your hook. And this is all there is to the slip stitch. Now the slip stitch is an ideal stitch for creating a border, for carrying your yarn so that you can create a design. But also it's great and very commonly used when you're working in the round because it helps you connect two sides of your crochet piece, which I will go ahead and show you in a moment. The great thing about the slip stitch is that it does provide quite a bit of stability to your piece. So if you're finishing up a project and you don't want it to stretch too much, the slip stitch is great because it creates a nice little braid effect on the side. It's almost built on the side rather than on top, and it does so really on both sides. There's a nice effect, and it helps keep the piece in place. It doesn't allow it to stretch too much. So it's a great way to end your projects, whether it is a blanket or a scarf or a garment or even a basket if you're doing some home decor with your crochet. And like I said, one of the most common ways that the slip stitch is used is to connect two sides of your project together. So let me just unravel this for a second and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So here I've got my single crochets. I'm going to put my hook through that loop, and if I wanted to connect these two pieces together, then I would just need to work a slip stitch into that first stitch from that other side. So find that first stitch with my hook, put it through, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through that first loop. Then I would chain one and continue crocheting along my piece. And here the pieces are now joined, so you can see how useful this slip stitch is, particularly when you're working in the round. So I hope this tutorial was useful, and happy crochet!